matchup, we have a burner and a bruiser. It's Devonta Freeman going up against Mark Ingram.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. They'll run for the first time with Devonta Freeman. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
Freeman again. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And that's the connection, Ryan to Jones, that this defense obviously has to key in on.
Certainly feels like they got the party started with that one, doesn't it? And when those two get in sync, it just scares the heck out of defenses because he can hit Julio Jones in a short zone, and he can take it the whole way.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
To throw is Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. New Orleans offense working its way back out there. As we look at them ahead to 2018, as that wound at the end of 2017 continues to heal, Charles, they're going to have Kamara, Ingram, Thomas. If they have Breeze back at quarterback, this should be an excellent squad again.
It certainly should, and frankly, if the offensive line comes back healthy and intact, that's another big win for them, especially with their two tackles, Teron Armstead at left tackle, Ryan Ramczyk, who was a rookie last season at right tackle. They are loaded going forward. If they could get a real playmaker at tight end, that might be the last piece. And if that happens, I'd hate to be a defensive coordinator trying to game plan for them.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes.
Now Breeze lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. Before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive. They had both sides of the ball. Sean McVay deserving, I think you would agree, of Coach of the Year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what he did for the Rams when they went from last in the league in scoring to leading the league in scoring and winning a division title. And how about the New Orleans Saints? Rookie of the Year, offense and defense. Alvin Kamara on offense, Marshawn Lattimore on defense.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now a play fake here on first down. That is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one goes for 24 yards. And the offense in a great spot. It's first and goal from the 3. Julio Jones, the lone receiver left. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Offense working with a second and goal now from the 3. Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. Third and goal. So now things get interesting on third and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has the better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Derek Coleman taking it in from a yard out. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it in the play before with a smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score it.
And that has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis, some pass catchers, Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season.
Yeah, a lot of big names that could be out there as free agents. It's a big play there for the Saints. And even 60 yards on the ground. The ultimate speedster, showing that speed in front of this home crowd. They love that.
Made me stand up on that run because right now all I want to do is wave to the crowd. More noise, more noise. You got to reward him for that one.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Ted Ginn, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. I want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year. They totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both tight ends, also nominated and finalists for the most prestigious award as determined by the NFL, the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award.
His throw incomplete.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
The Falcons on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Ryan. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Here's Ryan. Looking deep for Gabriel. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up 4th.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. Here's Ginn. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl. But third MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, running back for Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
You go all the way back to Kurt Warner in, what, 1999, where he won the double?
We were going over that stat earlier. That is hard to believe.
But he would have been the MVP had the Patriots pulled that one out.
Yeah, he still has 5 rings, though. 5 Super Bowl titles for Brady. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're going to face a third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just...
Looking for Ginn, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll take over inside the... at the 44-yard line. After the interception, here's Ryan. Escaping the play, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Ryan now off the bootleg. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Give him 16 yards on the play. And that'll lead here to a third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
From the gun on third down, Ryan. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. From the shotgun, Ryan. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a first down. They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On second down, Freeman. And he's got this one down to the 10. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. In motion is Austin Hooper. On third down, Devontae Freeman. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I can't say that I was really in love with the play call there. A draw in that situation, I know it's a risk-reward call. If it works, he walks in. But otherwise, you're bringing up a really tough fourth down situation.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They run. Devontae Freeman. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. To play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. They come out here in the I. Second and goal. Defense digging in again here. Now it's Freeman. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
So on 4th down, off goes Matt Ryan, and on is another Matt Bryant from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back at the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles? The backup quarterback turned MVP, 373.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. Turn as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Falcons taking over on offense in just a second, and you know this year ended in disappointing fashion. Now last year was the ultimate version of heartbreak, but if you're a Falcon fan, was this one was tough to swallow as well, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because let's be honest about it, losing in the Super Bowl, I don't care how you lose, you're in the Super Bowl, you're playing for it all. This team was supposed to be as good or better. Ultimately ended up 10-6, found their way in the playoffs, but didn't get the deep run as they had the year before. So you're exactly right. For Falcons fans, that's a tough one. But this is a team that's built to be good for a long time.
Second and 10. It's Ryan again. Throw left side complete. It's Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A phrase we said a lot last year, Ryan to Jones for a Falcon first down. Slot man moves right. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So they're operating in the red zone. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Now it's Ryan. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And he will be brought down. His time is now run out on this first half of action. And hello, I guess Larry's halftime show was buttoned through. And we are moving on and ready to go for the third quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Keanu Neal. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Completed pass on second down. Now it's third down as the defense looks for the stop. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And he did get it back, I do think. Yes, so no turnover on the punt, and it'll be a first down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
On second down, Ryan. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And it's complete. Hooper. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And an alley to run. Devontae Freeman. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Falcons have taken the lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
Thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
On third and long, it's Breeze. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I would dare say that these guys will have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Him over. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Defense showing blitz. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Flushed out right. Looking deep for Julio. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. In motion is Austin Hooper. On 3rd down, Ryan. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Sheldon Rankins able to drop him for a loss of 12. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now it's Ginn. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Again, it's Kamara, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Breeze now on 1st down. He gets it to Thomas. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. Some strong running at the 20. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 34 yards there at a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool him on that play.
And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Breeze going to throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Freeman. He's been busy today. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. To throw on 3rd down. Ryan finding Gabriel, complete. 18 yards the gain for number 18. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
That'll be taken in the end zone. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. Looking long for Thomas. It's caught inside the 25. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 59 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
To throw, it's Breeze. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The Falcons on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. To throw is Breeze. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Freeman. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we've got a pair of wide receivers who certainly want to be targeted throughout the game. It's Jones's Falcons going up against Browns Steelers.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Atlanta Falcons. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
On second down, Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete here.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get, because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Little motion now from the tight end. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there. Ryan to Jones. 41 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And now it's second and goal. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Derek Coleman punching it in from a yard away. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again. They go to the big man. Second time he gets it done.
Almost as if they were feeling like he was establishing a rhythm. Give it to him again and again, and how about the end result? Finishes it off in the end zone.
Touchdown, great run, and the score. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Robert Alford. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Shift together here from the D-line. On first down, Ryan. He hits his target. It's the tight end, Toilolo. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
They'll try and run for the first time with Freeman. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And that will make it 10-0 here in the first. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit, taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. Always got some breathing room. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Again, it's Bell. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Now Roethlisberger to throw. He completes it to Bryant. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. To throw here, Roethlisberger. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Duke Riley coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. The Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, 47 yards. And the Steelers have now made this a one-score game. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So out come the Falcons now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Second down now after the pass completion. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. And he motions the wide receiver. On 3rd down, Ryan. Forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons. Looks like Ryan's going to stay out there. Indeed, they're going to try for this on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. Flush to his right, and he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Javon Hargrave with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. In motion is Austin Hooper. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
To throw is Ryan. Complete to Jones. And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first. In motion left goes a tight end. Coming left, it's Freeman. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. And some space here. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd down. Now Roethlisberger. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or 2 shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
To play in a tightly contested first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free. Because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. With it is Brown. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense.
And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Robert Alford.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
First down. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Second and 10. It's Ryan again. Now he's flushed out left. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On 3rd down, Ryan. On the screen, this is Coleman. They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. They'll run it with Coleman. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They go play action here on 1st down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. So 2 quarters down. And never mind, Larry. These two teams apparently anxious to get back at it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Javon Hargrave. Busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
It's a loss of 2, now third down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Third and long, it's Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now Brown. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion, they'll run it with Bell. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On second down, it's Bell. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down at 6.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, it's hard to get them started again occasionally.
And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. A screen to Bell. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Dancing to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On third down, Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that one incomplete. Had some position, but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
Have to give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. They were prepared. Ordinarily, when they take the big shot downfield to the big guy, that's usually a mismatch that the offense is used to winning. But the preparation showed for the defense, and they were able to bat it away.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work.
Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. We'll leave him shy of the 20-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. Big hold at the 30. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell, 81 yards. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs down the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But what about them just taking?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Takk McKinley in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And he's going to be met at about the 43. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
And here now come the Falcons. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy is going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through.
It's caught. Jones. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth. Shift together here from the D-line. Ryan leads with Freeman on the draw. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
To throw on 3rd down. Ryan. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Mohamed Sanu, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. And his kick is good. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted.
It got his man complete. He got 29 yards that time. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
They'll go again with Bell. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that
And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage.
And he's going to go down again.
So once again, they dial up the pressure and get home and get a sack. It brings up a 3rd and long, but it's really not an unmakeable one, especially considering they just gave up back-to-back sacks.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And Boswell's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Space to maneuver at the 40. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That good for 19 and a first down.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, He knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows his offensive line is going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Looking downfield for Jones. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
I know exactly why I tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered cover. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. The tight end changing his position. On second down, Freeman. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On third down, Devontae Freeman. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. A 20th carry now for Freeman. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
It's a give to Freeman running right. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. It's Freeman, and he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Falcons are an extra point away from having the lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. This is Bell on the dump off. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
They'll look to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on 4th down. And that is incomplete.